I was going to cover Trayvon Martin, his murder. And I wanted a beach read. And I was like, I need something light because I know I'm walking into something really heavy. And I went around and I went around and I didn't see one book that was about joy, about excellence, and escape, about a beach, about sex, all the fun things that centered a Black community. And I got on the plane and I drafted a proposal. And I sent it to my agent who said, we're going to take this out. And I said, but I haven't written a word. I just wrote that proposal because I just have ideas. And we took it to 3 publishing houses. The first 2, one of the editors said, well, what's the audience? I said, I don't know, Black women are sort of the most educated demographic in the country. Third editor said, this is not 1 book, this is 3 books. I said, exactly right. Haven't written a word yet. And she said, so they're going to be, one's going to be in Sag Harbor and one in the Oak Bluffs and the other one's where? And I remember spending time on Highland Beach with my friend Erica Martin. And I said, Highland Beach, that's where the 3rd one, of course, would be. And she said, okay. And 2 days later, I had a 3-book deal.
In terms of the intergenerational piece of it, that comes from Joy Behar, believe it or not. You know, Joy Behar is my closest friend on the show. I think a lot of people recognize that. We get caught passing notes to each other and stuff like that. And I sometimes stay with her in Sag Harbor in her guest house. And she would see me writing in my dressing room. And she said, what are you writing? Can I read a little bit of it? So I gave her some of just the very early first drafts. And she's a playwright. Some people don't know that. And she said, by the way, sex doesn't stop after 60. I was like, oh, okay, Joy. Go ahead, Joy. Because Joy's 81. So get out of here. She's 81. Yeah. And she was like, by the way, sex doesn't stop at 60.
Yes,
and I would love to read about someone finding love at 60. Finding love at 70. Why can't you write about that? And that's how Amma was born. Literally. She was like, look at our show. 5 generations. She said, why don't you write to that? That's been your experience for like 10 years. And that's how that happened.
Awesome.
My book agent recently informed me that the trilogy is not over. I think I buttoned it pretty well. Maybe I didn't. So there will be more beach reads from Sunny Hostin.
Yeah. You heard it here, folks. You heard it here.